So yeah, my decision to come back for a fifth season wasn't terribly too difficult. I took some time off in the spring last year to work with an orthopedic surgeon in town, which was pursuing an opportunity for me to further my resume academically in my applications to med school. And so that helped a bunch. And then the fifth season of soccer was just kind of a bonus in addition to that because of the injuries I sustained my sophomore and junior year. So it wasn't terribly too difficult once those opportunities presented themselves. So when we travel, we try to travel on block breaks, and that helps tremendously because we're not missing class. But with regards to lab, it is also nice to be on the block plan because we can have our lab classes not during season. So, you know, when I'm in biochem class and I'm in labs for 8 hours a day, that's not going to work well in season, so I can schedule it to be in the spring or in the winter when I'm not in season playing. So that helps a lot. Well, during season, I mean, it'll start off with breakfast at like 6:30, and then lifting or strength and conditioning with our coach Kevin, and then another quick meal or bite before class. Then classes from 9 to noon. Grab a quick lunch at noon, and then depending on whether or not I have lab, I'll go to lab at 1, and that could last anywhere from 1 to 6, or generally it's more around 3 p.m. And then if I don't have lab, it'll be practice at about 3 or 3:30, and that lasts for about 2 hours. And then it's time for homework. So the academics begin again. And then, you know, you catch a quick dinner, try and get your rest of your homework done, maybe watch a few highlights of the soccer games played that day, and then crash and redo. One of the upper level biochem classes is definitely the most difficult simply because of the time that was required. I mean, I know that I was certainly extremely interested in the class, and that made it a lot more easy for me to stay focused and continue to do my work. But there were times where I would be in lab till 2, 3 in the morning, and I'd arrive at lab at 1 in the afternoon. So, you know, that's 12 hours that I'm dedicating to a lab. And I know that I was also doing other stuff outside of that, like working out, trying to stay in shape. But like I said, the time demands of that class are certainly very high, and I think that's what made it the most difficult. Yeah, community service to me is really important because it's a way to give back to the community. I mean, my whole life, the community has really given me opportunities in my chances to succeed. So anything I can do to give back to that is a bonus. And so, I mean, speaking to local schools about the power of athletics in both your personal life and your academic life, I mean, it's a way to relieve stress. That has all been things that I think are great because I've been given these opportunities, and I want to make sure that everyone knows that they can pursue those opportunities as well. Personal or team success, it's very easy. I mean, team success is 100% my number one goal. I mean, if we could make it deep into the NCAA tournament this year, I think that would be outstanding for us. Obviously, personal success is cool and all, but I mean, I'm all about the team, and that's why I chose this sport. So. It's certainly interesting to be ranked amongst those individual record holders at CC, but like I mentioned before, I think the most crucial thing to me is if we can get our team into the top tier of teams at Colorado College, that would be so much more awesome. I mean, it's cool to be a person amongst the stars, but it's much better to be a team amongst the elite groups. So, I mean, what I'm going to remember most about the soccer program here is far and above is going to be the people. I mean, you can remember events, you can remember things that happen on the field, but the people are the things you're going to remember the longest. You're going to stay in touch with them, and I've made my best friends in my life at this school through the soccer program, and I know that they're probably going to be in my wedding, at my wedding. I'll be at theirs, and it's just, I mean, the people are everything in this program, so. So what I think I'll remember most about my academic career is my senior seminar that I gave and the research project I did with my advisor, Murphy Brazel, and that was quite arduous just because you're doing research in a one block, and so you're there for quite a substantial amount of time conducting this research project. And then you have to put together what essentially is a just presentation on all that research and present it to a panel of your peers as well as a panel of all the professors from the department. And so you're under quite a bit of spotlight there. And so I think I'll remember that the most from my academic career. Colorado College has prepared me for my future in a lot of ways. I'd say the number one thing that it's prepared me for is time management, because you are in a class almost as a job, and then you have to balance all your other activities, be it athletics, community service, or just downtime and how to have fun amongst something that you're working at from 9 in the morning till sometimes, like I said, late into the evening. And it certainly has helped me prepare myself in that regards. I think also the ability to work as a team, because I've been on the soccer team and I know how to work well with people now, that'll help me in, I think, almost every aspect of my future. So my plans after graduation are to hopefully become an EMT. I'm in the process of becoming certified right now, and so I'd like to pursue that and perhaps work with an ambulance for a year as I'm submitting my applications to medical school, and then I hope to pursue a medical degree, and eventually I'd love to become part of a sports medicine team because I'd love to be involved in sports as long as possible.